Man, it's a nice scenery. All right, let's go find some sheds.
Well, this ain't something you see every day in this part of Kansas. That's an armadillo. Pretty cool little creature. There he goes. Stopped right there. Something we saw a lot out in East Kansas, but this part of Kansas you don't see them much. Just found a pretty nice one. Good Lord. Oh my God. That is a good antler. Good grief. Something going on there. That's interesting, but what an antler. That's a nice one. I'm surprised I saw it. Been walking so much of this today, expecting to find an antler the whole time, and just found one. That's gonna be 60s. Hopefully second biggest antler of the year. Possibly first, but to get first it has to be like a 70, and I don't think that's 70.
Alright guys, I've been 2 or 3 trips since I found anything, and out today in some not so great weather, but we got antler on the ground here. So we're gonna walk up and do pickup. I've been headed pretty hard, but been pretty sick. Nice little small tight 4-point sight looks like. A little bit of blood, but not much. Pretty fresh. We got a nice little drainage here. I'm sure we're gonna work our way up and down it and see if we can find anything else. We got a river down there, so hopefully we find something else. All right, let's get at it.
Well, this is why I use zigzag, because I had literally walked, I don't know, like 20 yards of this antler earlier. I had walked through that line right there, and it was sitting right here. Never could have seen it. That is an old but big 6-point, well, 3-point antler, 6-point full, but that is a cool antler. Very cool. Going on a trip this weekend. Hopefully we could pick up a good many antlers, but that is a nice old antler. Probably my biggest 3-point to date. I'll probably have to get the tape on it. Not gonna be big, but big 3-point, so. Well, I just found my first antler of the day, and it looks like a nice one. Oh my God, it has a split. It has a split. That is such a cool antler. There's another person right there. Huh. Such a cool antler. Well, that was literally right there. That dude literally just is right there and walked right near this antler. Huh. I wasn't sure it was an antler. I've been seeing bones, so I kind of thought it was a bone, but it's an antler. And honestly, even though it's small, I might try to have to match it up just because it's a big split. Man, was this a good spot. Oh, there's 2. Did I just find a match set? Did I just find a match set? Oh my God. The second antler I just found. Okay, this is the one I had just found. This is not the one I spotted first. The one I spotted first is in there. If this is a match set, it'll be the first of the year. Goofy little G2. Cool looking antler. Come on, please be a match. I don't know if it is. That's not a match set, but 2 antlers in like right next to each other. That is so cool. We had this curse going on where we found only like 1 antler per strip, and I just broke that. 2 right next to each other. Oh my God. First time ever finding an antler in this area. And everything's been poking me on this walk. It is hurt. I think my legs are bleeding so bad it ain't even funny. But maybe I can find a match to one of these antlers. That would be nice. That would be nice.
I'm 3 miles in a day, and I don't know, a couple shed hunting since last time I found an antler. And I usually don't video sign, but got some pretty good rubs here. And the only real reason is pretty cool little freaking building down here. I don't know what this is. A lot of deer sign under me, so I'm looking for sheds while I'm approaching it. But I usually don't video this stuff too much out in the woods. I see a lot of stone buildings and stuff around here, but nothing quite like that. That's pretty cool. Got a decent amount of fresh water under it. We're gonna drive on, see if we can find an antler. All right, hopefully we bring you back before long and show you an antler. Well, I'm on the board for today. This ain't the way you want to find them, and hopefully it ain't too tore up, but looks like it's a big one up here on the freaking open hillside in a tank track. Got some palmation in that thing. Man, really hope this ain't tore up. It's a little tore up. It's old. That's a big son gun. Man. Palmated. No brow tine. With a 5-point side. Good Lord Almighty. Alright. Well, let's move on and see if we find something else. We're up here on wide open hillsides. Okay, hopefully I'll bring you back and show you another antler.
Well, I was just on the phone with my dad, and did I just find a dandy of a match set. There's one side, and there's the other. That is a dandy of a match set. It honestly, there is a chance it's not a match set. It's kind of making me question right now, but I'm calling that a match set. I don't care. It is close enough to one. I'm now at 4 antlers on the day. He just found one while we were on the call. Got off and called me back, and we talked about it. But thought it was a bone at first because it was so small. That's definitely a match set. Turns out, just itsy bitsy antlers. Well, I just found a deadhead. Good ways in this trip, and I spotted it decent ways away. Found the antler early in the trip, and that's really been all for a while. But nice little deadhead. Something nice to look at since I ain't finding anything else. Kind of weird spot to find one up on top of a hill. But G2's both broken off. Cool little deadhead though. Really hope we can find an antler that isn't dead soon. That would be really nice.
We're I think I'm 3-4 miles in today. It's been a hot minute since I found a shed. But working this trail, checking these crossings here, and got down here, and looks like a deadhead hung up in the freaking brush in the creek down here. Oh, look. It's an old one. It ain't this year's, but it's a deadhead. I guess it's better than nothing. Nice looking little 10-point, nothing crazy. Alright, well, we can keep driving on. Maybe I'll find a freaking antler. Alright, let's go. Well, I've been working this draw, big timber bottom here for a while, and working my way up out of it, and I see one right up here. Looks like it's dark and not common here for Kansas. Got some extras on that dude. Got a good bit of extras. Oh, getting hung up some limbs here. It's not real big, but it's gonna be a solid scoring antler. Some freaking cool little, I don't know what to call them, like elk dagger points, brow tines, kicker on 2. Man, that might be a 70-incher. That's a freaking solid antler. We'll have to look around and see if we can find the other side of this dude. A little squirrel chewing. It ain't like super fresh, but it's dark. It's not common here. Okay, let's rock on and see if we can find another half.
Well, walking this trail up this little mound up here, and I look up and we got an antler right about there. Looks like a pretty good one. 4-point side. A little chewed up muskrats or something coming up from down here in these timber bottoms. But that's a good one. It really sucks that it's chewed up. Probably would have went 60s. But lots of main beam missing. Don't know how much of a brow tine it would have had. It's all gone. A decent estimate on the 2s and 3s. They're there for the most part, but that sucked really bad. Well, I mean, it's old, but maybe we can find its match, I guess.
Man, some of these bush roads in here are big. Look at this dude, all the way up here. It's 6 foot, 7 foot above my head. Got several of them in here. Definitely a place that one of these big boy elks like to hang out. And this thing got rubbing marks all the way up here. I mean, it's 8 foot up. Alright, well, I don't think we're gonna find any elk antlers this time of year, but maybe. Hopefully we find deer or elk one.
All right, well, came up here and spotted this fur, and I started looking around, and just over there we got a deadhead. Looks like a bit of a fresh one across the creek. Coyotes must have dragged it here or something. Nose is all bit off. Good deer. Broken off brow tine. Nice 9-point though. Upper 120s. Lower 130s. One of my bigger deadheads ever. I don't find many. We don't find them much here in Kansas anymore. Everybody got dogs. Well, it ain't nothing big, but we just got our first antler. Spotted this thing from a good ways away. There's actually like a bone or something up here that I had seen that made me come across. I'm glad I did, because it led me right to an antler. I almost wouldn't. I didn't come across just because I didn't think I needed to, but I literally had walked just down there, right over this ledge, and I couldn't see anything because of this ledge. But thankfully I got over it because it had an antler behind it. Nothing special. Good burnt land color though. Real good burnt land. I love that fresh burnt land color on these antlers. Such a gorgeous color on them things. But maybe we could find something a bit bigger than him. But if not, at least we got one today. Got one antler a day is a good little goal. Well, found another one. Kind of bad because I stole it from Dad. I kind of found it right on his line and feel a little bad. I saw it and I just let it go, just so he could find it. But my shed hunting urges could not resist. Shed hunting is like a drug, and I'm addicted to it. But that's alright. Trail's footage is probably pretty windy. Walking forever across the hillside, but nice little 5-point it looks like. Not a bad antler. Not a bad antler. He's well, he would have found it, but I was mean and stole it from him. Alright, well, maybe he'll find one now that I don't steal. Well, I just found another one, and I walked pretty close to this one before I found it, but a little guy, pretty jockey. But antlers are antlers, and I'll keep finding them all day long. 3 now in the trip. Hopefully, we can get one that's pretty big now. Well, just found my 4th antler of the trip. This is piecing up to be one of my best walks of the season. This one doesn't look half bad, actually. Looks like it could be possibly the biggest of the day. Possibly second biggest. 5-point pound is decent. It actually just looks like a 3-point. A nice little 3-point side broke off. Was a 4-point. It's actually right in the tracks, tank tracks here. Pretty cool little antler though. I actually plan on walking back up this draw. I'm gonna walk down that side, and I'm gonna come back and walk up this one. So maybe we'll find more in this draw. If not, it gets me to 4 on the day. One of my best days of the season. Well, there's the 5th one, and we're this close to a road, so this does not look like it's a bad one. And we just matched that deer up. That's neat. That's the 2nd match set of the year. I just had found this antler, and this one just now. That's a match set. Well, that's neato. That puts me at 5 on the day, and definitely the best shed hunt of the day. Hopefully I can get to 6.
It's cold out here this morning. Got a north wind blowing in. We're on the side of this timber line here, getting a little bit of wind break from it. We've been getting that hard the last few weeks. We're slowly starting to pile them up. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.